It's a story which literally exposes the two-faced nature of life. Take a look at what two families of the Telangana school bus tragedy had to incur.
A day after the horrific bus accident took place in Medak district of Telangana, a controversy on handing over the corpse of a child has cropped up. After Dhanush's dead body was handed over by the R.R. Balaji hospital to the parents didn't check his face as they could not bear the loss of their only child. Dhanush's parents buried his body at their hometown in Krishnapura. After the funeral, they received a call from Yashoda Hospital and they reached there. Dhanush's parents were literally in for a shock. Their son Dhanush was lying on the bed alive and undergoing treatment. His parents realized that the body they buried was of Dattu, another boy who died in the same accident.
స్థితిలో ముఖము చితికిపోయింది దానివల్ల వాళ్ళు డాక్టర్ దర్శన్ అనేసరికి మా బాబు పేరు ధనుష్ గౌడ్ అని నేను తీసుకెళ్ళడం జరిగింది. యశోదలకు వచ్చినాక వాళ్ళు మేము ఇద్దరం వెళ్ళి మా బాబు దగ్గరికి వెళ్తే మా బాబు నన్ను గుర్తించి మా డాడీ వచ్చిండు అని చెప్పేసి గుర్తించని వాళ్ళు పేరు పెట్టి స్వామి గౌడ్ అని పేరు పెట్టి పిలిచిండు
Immediately, the police, along with Dhanush's parents, returned to their hometown and exhumed the body and handed it over to the hospital. Meanwhile, Dattu's parents, who were hoping that their son would be alive, have received the shock of their lives as their elder child, a daughter too, died in the horrific accident. Alas, how more tragic can it get? Rehmat Kanchigar, News 9, Medak.
The past week has seen numerous protests across the city against the increasing crimes against women. Seeing no solid action from the government, pro-Kannada organizations have called for a bandh.
Bengaluru will come to a standstill on 31st of July. Pro-Kannada organizations have called for a bandh in protest of the increasing atrocities against women across the state. Organizations had called for a statewide bandh earlier, but now the bandh will be confined to Bengaluru. The bandh was supposed to be on the 26th of July, but was pushed to the 31st in the wake of ongoing Ramzan. In a press meet held at a private hotel, President of Kannada Chaluvali Party, Vatal Nagaraj, said that more than 63 Kannada organizations will be taking part in the protest. The bandh will be observed from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. The bandh will not hit essential services like medical services, essential supplies and media organizations. This time around, BMTC and KSRTC services will be stalled. According to Vatal Nagaraj, who is going to lead the protest, a massive procession will be taken out at 10 a.m. from Town Hall to Chief Minister's residence.
ಇದು ಯಾರ ವಿರುದ್ಧನೂ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಸರ್ಕಾರದ ವಿರುದ್ಧನೂ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅತ್ಯಾಚಾರಿಗಳ ವಿರುದ್ಧ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ನಗರದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂದೆಂದೂ ಈ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಆಗಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ರಾಜಧಾನಿ ವಿಶ್ವದಲ್ಲೇ ಅತ್ಯಂತ ಹೆಸರುವಾಸಿಯಾದಂಥ ರಾಜಧಾನಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆದಂಥ ಈ ಒಂದು ಅತ್ಯಾಚಾರ ಇಡೀ ದೇಶದ ತಲೆ ತಗ್ಗಿಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂತಾಗಿದೆ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಅತ್ಯಾಚಾರಿಗಳ ವಿರುದ್ಧ 31ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ 6 ರಿಂದ ಸಂಜೆ 6 ವರೆಗೆ ಬಂದ್.
The proposed bandh is certainly going to have an impact on normal life. Public transport system is going to be affected as KSRTC and BMTC will suspend services. Autos and lorries too will not be seen on the roads. All the schools and colleges will remain closed as students are expected to join the rally. Government offices too will remain closed, and since lawyers are expected to take part in the rally, courts too may not function. Theatres and malls will remain closed. Most of the MNCs and ITBT companies too are expected to participate in the protest. Well, the union has also planned to ask film stars to join the protest.
ನೋಡಿ, ಕನ್ನಡದ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ಸಮಾಜದ ತಿದ್ದುವ ಕೆಲಸದಲ್ಲಿ ಚಿತ್ರರಂಗ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಮಾತಿಲ್ಲ. ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ನಾವು ಮನವಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಸ್ಪಂದಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ನಾಯಕರು ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ, ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ದೂರವಾಣಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮನವರಿಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತೀವಿ.
Bengaluru is gearing up for the bandh day. All one can hope is that the government understands the intensity of the protest and does something to stop the increasing crime rate. Pramod, News 9, Bengaluru.
People of the state are praying for the dams across Karnataka to fill. But people of HT Kote are hoping that there isn't much inflow to the Kabani reservoir. Take a look as to why.
Do you see the cracks that have developed on the walls? Do you notice water flowing from the cracks? One can even see plants growing in the crevices. This is the state of Kabani reservoir. While it is common to see minor cracks and water seepage in most of the dams, that has not been the case with the Kabani reservoir. The cracks are widening with every passing day and none seem to be bothered about it.
ಇವತ್ತು ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಡ್ಯಾಮ್ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಹಣ ಕೊಡ್ತದೆ, ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಾಗಲಿ ನೀರಾವರಿ ಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಾಗಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಹಣ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು ಅದನ್ನು ಸರಿಯಾದಂಥ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಟೆಂಡರ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಕರೆದು ಸರಿಯಾದ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಕಾರ್ಯಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಯ್ತು ಅಂದರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸಗಳು ಆಗ್ತದೆ. 7-8 ವರ್ಷ ಆಯಿತು ಆ ರಬ್ಬರ್ ಸೀಲ್ಗಳು ಹೋಗಿ. ಯಾವ ಮೇಲಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಿಗೂ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನೀರೆಲ್ಲ ಲೀಕ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಬರೋ ನೀರು ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಬಟ್ಟೆ ನೀರು ಲೀಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಆ ಗಿಡ ಗಂಟೆಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಬೆಳೆದಿರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ರಾಕ್ ಬಂದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಣ್ಣು ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದರೊಳಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ಗಿಡ ಗಂಟೆಗಳು ಬೆಳೆದು ಅರಳಿ ಮರಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಬೆಳೀತಾ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ.
The residents living near the reservoir are scared that most of the villages nearby would be submerged if anything untoward happens. But the authorities haven't looked into the matter. The 40-year-old dam holds more than 20 TMC of water. The collapse could cause a major disaster. The residents want the state government to act quickly and look into the matter. They are scared as the monsoon is gaining momentum, increasing the inflow into the reservoir. How soon will the authorities act is what remains to be seen. Ram for News 9, Mysore.